This is KGW News at Sunrise.
Every single time, all the available applications have filled up within an hour.
During the pandemic, a lot of Oregonians still need help paying back rent. Now lawmakers will meet in special session to try and give it to them. Coming up this morning, a look at the governor's new plan.
And a new proposal from Portland teachers who say kids are dangerously stressed and acting out. But their idea would way reduce the amount of time kids spend in classrooms. This morning, more on the list they presented to the Portland Public School District.
And today kicks off the Oregon Humane Society's annual Home for the Holidays campaign. So the idea here is to find every animal that's in the shelter today, December 1st, a home by the end of the month, December 31st. Is anyone listening to what I'm saying?
No, I'm looking at that cute little puppy.
Is everyone focused on the puppy? That's fine too. That is the point of this morning's story. An adoptable pet right there. We're going to meet a lot of them as we roll through sunrise on this Wednesday.
Oh, little puppy kisses. I cannot wait to hear more about that. Good morning, everybody, and welcome. It's Wednesday, December 1st. Where has the time gone? Chris is in for Rod today, and it's another mild one.
Yeah, near record warmth again in our forecast today. Before I get to that, though, I wanted to give you a really quick shot from Cannon Beach. I'm not sure if we can take this full or not, but if it might be a little washed out. It's dark. It's dark. Okay, this is my bad. I will bring this back a little bit later. We'll have the opportunity to take it full, but you can see a rare, clear morning at Cannon Beach.
No, we can't.
See the stars there. No, we can't.
Okay.
We'll try again.
All right, you're done. You're done. All right, on to my weathercast. It's 50 degrees last check at PDX. For perspective, our normal high this time of the year, average high, is 49. We're already there, right? It's 41 in Bend, 40 in John Day. All right, the plan for today, little patchy cloud cover out there, maybe some fog that will lift. We should actually have a pretty nice day today, and I've got us topping out at 60 degrees. The last of the really warm stuff today. Things cool off a little bit tomorrow. More on that in just a few minutes. Brenda?
All right, we'll see you then. Thank you, Chris. Oregon's governor has called a special legislative session to keep renters from getting evicted from their homes this winter. Catherine Cook has more on what this means for people waiting for assistance.
On December 13th, Oregon lawmakers will hold a special session to prevent winter evictions. According to the state's online dashboard, Oregon has given out nearly $150 million in rental assistance out of the $298 million it has on hand. But with so many applicants, the money is going fast. In a statement Tuesday, Oregon Governor Kate Brown warned, our federal funds for rental assistance will be nearly spent on December 1st. I am continuing to work with federal officials at the U.S. Treasury and the White House to secure additional federal emergency rental assistance funding in Oregon. As new applications pile up, many approved applicants are still waiting for funding.
I've been a church musician for a long time.
Musanda Mwango has been waiting since June. The father of three lost his job at a church due to COVID restrictions. Housing advocates say there are thousands of families like his which stand to be helped through this special session. One goal, extending the safe harbor law passed earlier this year. It protects anyone who's applied for rental assistance from getting evicted for the next 60 days while they wait for their money.
So there are 10,500 Oregon families and individuals, low-income families and individuals across the state that are at imminent risk of eviction and displacement because we have not been able to process applications quickly enough.
To catch up on applications, the state of Oregon is pausing the rent assistance process for 6 weeks starting December 1st. That's also an important day in Clark County, Washington. Starting at 6 p.m. on December 1st, up to 400 applications will be accepted for federal eviction rental assistance through Clark County Community Partners. Tenants can apply online, by phone, or in person at the Fromhold Center in Vancouver. The county has been opening up applications every 2 weeks to help service providers get through them, distribute rental assistance, and be ready for more.
Every single time, all the available applications have filled up within an hour.
Michael Torres is program manager for Clark County Community Services. Since August 2020, he says nearly 4,000 households in Clark County have received nearly $31 million in rent and utility assistance. That's close to $8,000 per applicant. He says the average turnaround from application to payment is 70 to 90 days.
Households really are in crisis. That crisis is real. The urgency to receive the assistance is real. And what has centered all our planning, all our thoughts, all our action is how can we get more assistance out to as many people as possible in as short amount of time as possible.
Catherine Cook, KGW News.
Now to some politics, because former Oregon State Representative Akasha Lawrence Spence has been appointed to the Oregon State Senate. She is filling out the remainder of State Senator Ginny Burdick's term in District 18. Burdick resigned at the end of last session when the governor appointed her to the Northwest Power and Conservation Council. This is actually the second time Lawrence Spence has been appointed to fill a vacant seat. In 2019, she filled Jennifer Williamson's seat in House District 36. Lawrence Spence is also running for Portland City Council.
Well, the Portland Police Bureau is telling drivers to slow down and telling pedestrians that they need to be extra cautious. That's because there have already been 62 deadly crashes in the city this year. That's the highest number Portland has had in 3 decades. And those 62 deaths, among those 62 deaths, 26 have been pedestrians. That number is the largest the city has had in 4 decades. The Portland Police Bureau points to 2 major reasons for those deadly numbers. One is speeding. The other is a lack of police resources.
At the beginning of 2021, staffing levels in the Portland Police Bureau were so low that they had to dismantle almost the entire traffic division. So I am the only full-time motor unit in the entire Portland Police Bureau.
That was Portland Police Sergeant Ty Engstrom, who also says most times these deadly crashes are 100% preventable. All right, we're going to turn now to some problems in Portland schools, and we're specifically talking this morning about teachers and a solution that they have.
Well, now the Portland Association of Teachers is negotiating for some better working conditions. On Monday, it gave the district its proposals. They include limiting staff meetings and shifting teacher evaluations. The one sticking point, reducing hours in the classroom. The association proposed that once a week, elementary and middle school students would get out 2 hours early, and kids in high school would spend 1 day a week learning remotely. Teachers say that would help them and students lower their stress levels. Okay, sorry about that. We were supposed to hear from someone, but I can tell you that the district says it cannot support this idea because it would result in 10 days of lost learning at the elementary and middle school level and 20 fewer days of in-person instruction in high school. The groups will continue negotiating and they'll try to reach an agreement before winter break. If that does happen, the changes would kick in January.
Well, crabbing season kicks off on the Oregon coast today. It is December 1st, and it's the first time since 2015 that commercial Dungeness crabbing has actually started its season on time on this day. It gets postponed for a lot of reasons. Sometimes the crab are too small, there's toxins in the water, or the crab just need time to repopulate. So, one of those big spots where all of those crabbing boats take off is Yaquina Bay here in Newport. A live look this morning because every now and then you're going to see a boat or two leaving port. Those vessels have been allowed to drop pots since Sunday. It's called soaking in anticipation of the first pull at 9 a.m. this morning. Yum, yum. All right, let's get to Chris McGinnis. Was that the camera you were trying to show?
The one that you couldn't see?
Right.
Actually, I was a little farther north up at Cannon Beach. So let's take that full because I thought that was kind of cool. Through the fog, you can kind of see a little bit of Orion off in the distance in the upper left-hand part of your screen. And the bright star Rigel just to the south of that. I'm no astronomy major, but I think that's kind of cool to check that out with the sky trying to clear enough along the Oregon coast to give us a view of that early this morning. All right, 50 degrees last check at PDX. Our average high this time of the year is 49. New month, same old mild weather. In fact, near record warmth in our forecast again today. It's 45 in Scappoose, a little cooler as you get out towards the Coast Range. You hop over the Cascades, a little cooler on that side of the state as well. Baker City 26, Burns 29. But even by Eastern Oregon standards, those are not cold temperatures at all. All right, let's show you what's going to happen with our temperatures today. This is Futurecast later this afternoon. You can see our computer model has us inching upwards. Let's What's going on here? Why am I looking at Tuesday? Today's Wednesday. I'm not sure what happened there, but in any event, we've got us getting up to near 60 degrees here in Portland. Our record high for today is 62. Big picture across the region, more rain into BC and western Washington. That front will eventually push southward through the region late tonight. It'll bring some clouds and maybe a sprinkle, but more importantly, with the temperatures, it will bring a significant cool down as we head into tomorrow. Today looks like a pretty good day. Again, we've got that sprinkle chance overnight. Those should be out of here early tomorrow. And then I put the wind arrows on here so that you can see that the wind direction changes noticeably. It picks up out of the north, and that will usher in cooler and less humid air as we head into Thursday. In fact, cool enough that by Friday morning, we might be waking up to frost again. I've got fog to sunshine on Friday. The weekend shower chance on Saturday. Sunday looks pretty decent. We'll take a little closer look at that coming up in just a few minutes.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you, Chris. Also coming up, we are talking king tides on the Oregon coast. They're giving us a glimpse into the future. Now climate change could make these waves a regular sight. Plus COVID boosters and the newest variant. Doctors say don't wait to get the shot. Next, our Verify team looks at what's at stake.